box score may have shown Kyle Kahs as the losing pitcher in Quincy High's 1-0 setback at Hannibal last night, but Kahs proved he's a winner, returning to the mound following a 2-year hiatus. WGEM's Dylan Austin has his remarkable story.
It was 2011. Kyle Kahs had just started his pitching career at Quincy High School, and with one swing of the bat, everything changed. Physically, Kyle would recover, but the road was far from over.
I mean, my sophomore year after the injury, I came back one game against QD. I was kind of jittery. It just took time.
And that would be the last time Kahs took the mound in nearly 2 years, until Monday night, when he went 6 innings strong, only allowed a single run, and more importantly, felt like himself again.
It felt really good to get out there. I mean, I've been out of the pitching game for about 2 years, and to come back this strong, it really means a lot. It feels great.
Returning to baseball wasn't easy, but it was also a game changer for the more important things to come.
I mean, it's a life experience to be able to come back from something like that and feel like you're stronger than you were before. I mean, it doesn't help out in baseball, it helps out with my confidence on life.
Dylan Austin, WGEM Sports.
And now sports with Dylan Austin.
Well, take a look at the video behind me, because it was the last time Quincy High pitcher Kyle Kahs stepped foot on the mound, which was back in 2011 in a game against Moline where he was struck in the head by a line drive. After 2 years of mentally recovering and progressing from that absolutely terrifying shot, Kyle returned to the lineup for the first time tonight as the Blue Devils travel to Hannibal to take on the Pirates. That's where we get you going, America's hometown. And Kyle Kahs warming up, about to make his return to the hill. And early in this one, getting a little help out of his defense. Great snag over at first by Grant Sullivan, first out of the inning. Then Kahs going to do some work himself this time with the strikeout there on the old breaker. He had a 1-2-3 first and was cruising along in this game, as was Brandon Scott opposing him on the other side as he gets the strikeout here. Scott went a complete game and did not give up a run. Bottom of the second, Hannibal's only little bit of offense against Kyle Kahs coming here were Trevor Hartline singling up the middle. 1 run would score. Pirates take a 1-0 lead. Top of the 5th now, best chance for the Blue Devils to get on the board threatening, but the runner back up the middle would induce the double play. Pirates get out of the inning. Kyle Kahs on the night went 6 innings strong, and as I said, only gave up that 1 run, so great outing for him as he made his return to the hill. We'll have more on his story coming up tomorrow night on WGEM News at 6. Pirates get that win, 1-0.
We have been having. It is probably not unusual to hear it this year. Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Debbie Lane tells you about a flock of birds that had their yearly trip south shortened thanks to the weather.
They say birds of a feather flock together, and these birds give proof to that old saying. There are anywhere from 300 to 400 wild Canadian geese that have made this lake behind the Quincy Sanitation Department their home since November. They were apparently flying south and made a stop here, and with the mild winter that we've been having, they decided this was as good a place as any to call home. Frank Kahs watches the geese from here every day. He has worked for the Quincy Sanitation Department for 23 years, and he says this is the first time that this has ever happened. But he admits this isn't the only place they have been frequenting.
Around 5:30 every night, they'll take off and go to the river or over West Quincy Bottoms. Seems like they go over there. They probably got a wheat field or something they're feeding in over there.
And then they fly back in the morning?
In the mornings they come back. And then the people feed them all day, and then they take off again at night.
The majority of these feathered friends are Canadian geese, although there are a few mallard ducks here. And then there's the strangest visitor of all, a pelican. Yesterday, a game warden brought this pelican down from the lock and dam in Meyer, Illinois. It had apparently injured his wing on his trip from Canada, so he thought it would feel more at home with some of his neighbors. But the geese are the ones that have been bringing people around to check out this new community.
Well, it's different. I never have seen that many wild Canadian geese in one bunch around here.
Oh, I'm just sort of curious. I love anything, you know, nature. I'm a bird watcher, and I just come down because I love to see these things.
It's hard to say when the birds will decide to move on, but one thing's for sure, they'll all go together. Debbie Lane, Channel 7 Eyewitness News Update, Quincy.
So with the cold weather we may be getting, they may be leaving soon.
Sooner than we think. Once again, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday look to be very nice days.